We're in Virginia. Governor Ralph Northam signed a probation overhaul bill, signed it into law today, now approving the state's latest progressive criminal justice proposal. Alongside him was rapper and activist Meek Mill, who backed the legislation.
Try to dance the lines of remaining a rapper and remaining to be able to have certain children air so I can modify voices like him. So you may see things that you don't approve with, but I am a rapper. This is the business I chose. This is the dream I chose. That's how I got in the position to be here. So I try to dance the lines of remaining classy but still keeping the air of younger people and people be able to speak to the governor today and be able to close gaps like Mike. Me and Mike built a relationship and take it as far as we could take it to better people's lives. I have the resources and I'm in a position to do better. I know people that's in like 100 times worse situations than me that I have no connection to, people I just met in prison along the way. And I seen people march and stand up for me, and with y'all support, I continue to do better than I started. I started making music in 2000, where I got my deal in 2012. I was able to feed my family, provide jobs. Of course, I'm not perfect, but being in situations like this will make me become better and speed up the process. And I'll make sure I'll be able to deliver and close every bridge I can to help fix the system, because I was affected by that.
Very personal and heartfelt remarks from rapper Meek Mill. We're joined now by BNC legal correspondent Dr. Laura McNeal. Many people do not know the grave miscarriage of justice that Meek Mill was just talking about. Give us a brief summary of what happened. What is he referring to?
Yes, it's amazing. Meek Mill represents so many black men in America that are harmed unnecessarily by our justice system. Imagine being 19 years old, having a bogus misdemeanor, not a felony, but a misdemeanor firearm charge. And because of that charge, literally, he has had probation his entire adult life. And what we saw through the system and how Meek Mill was treated was how black men can get caught up in the system and judges using their power, the legal tools they have, to further punish them. So he's been on probation literally his entire adult life. Back in since 2007, just to give you a quick example of how they abused the system. So he was actually found to have violated his probation for riding a dirt bike. You heard me, Nayyera, a dirt bike in New York, and was sentenced to 2 to 4 years in jail for violating his probation. And so this bill today is so significant because it's an end to what he has experienced. They put a new judge to oversee his case. Prosecutor dropped all the charges because they were bogus. But I often wonder how many more Meek Mills are out there that don't have the type of support he had in the public notoriety to get justice today.
And indeed, the idea that he became a statistic but still succeeded despite the odds, that's not how the system is supposed to work. So how significant is this bill signed by the Virginia governor today?
It's very significant. Currently, as we speak in Virginia, there are over 50,000 people on parole. And what this bill says is that moving forward, people can no longer be put on parole for more than 5 years. So we're not going to see this lifelong parole sentence that Meek Mill had to endure. It also says that individuals have to limit, meaning judges are limited now in how much jail time they can assign for violating your parole. Remember, parole was created to help people successfully reintegrate back into our communities and reduce the possibility of recidivism, meaning the likelihood they would return to jail. It's not supposed to be used as a tool to further punish people, to disadvantage people, especially members of our black and brown communities. This bill is going to stop that from happening.
And Dr. Laura, real quick before I let you go, you talk about this in the context of Virginia. Is this, what if you're not in Virginia? What else can you do?
That's the problem. This only protects the people in Virginia from these types of abuses. So I would encourage you to reach out to your state governors, put the pressure on them to pass similar legislation. And of course, the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act can include this type of thing, this type of factor, component, protection that can stop this in all 50 states with just a simple vote by Congress.
Well, there you go, Dr. Laura, giving us the facts about how we can work a bottom-up state-level strategy and top-down federal strategy as well. Thank you for your perspective.